All right, still Oselu Today on Fresh 105.3 FM right here in the city of Lagos. This is where professionalism is nurtured by experience. My name is Binga. All right, Shegun, so nice to meet you. And right about now, we have another political party candidate, okay, who is also gunning for the big office here in Lagos. He's someone that one can say that he's a young Nigerian. And he goes by the name... Okay, let me allow him do the talking to explain himself. Mm-hmm. So tell us.
Okay,
Let's meet you.
Tope Abdurrazak Balogun, the gubernatorial candidate for Action Alliance in Lagos State.
I think this is like the second time you're coming on the show.
Yes.
So tell us, what are your plans for Lagosians?
My plans. We have a plan the party level. As I always said, we are a team of young minds that came together to look at the problems of Lagos and provide practical solutions. So we are able to come up with a code name for this mission, and that code name was REBIRTH. It's an acronym for different sectors of Lagos or governance generally, where we will be solving problems, critical problems that has to do with the masses, in line with our party slogan, let the masses live.
Okay, so now looking at most of the problems Lagosians face. Number one, the traffic situation. It's sad that many administrations have come and go, and they've not been able to solve the issue of the traffic situation in Lagos. Unemployment situation in Lagos, out of school children in Lagos, many more like that. How do you plan, or what are your plans in your strategy in solving this?
Yes, we have considered a whole lot of the problems of Lagos State, and let me quickly run through the REBIRTH agenda. I will just give you the meanings. Possibly while I'm discussing, I will be bringing out from all the alphabet of the acronyms solutions to problems we have in Lagos. The R stands for Restoration of Security of Lives and Property. The E will be looking at energy and education. The B will be looking at broad-based and all-inclusive governance. The I will be looking at infrastructural development. The second I will be looking at rural development. And the T will be looking at transportation and technology. And our H will be looking deliberately at health care system and housing. Now, if we want to go through the first R, we are looking at the security situation in Lagos. As of today, Lagos State is ranked as the second worst city to live in the whole world.
By who?
By the people that are involved in social assessment of different cities of the world, and there are factors that are brought in place to make some of these assessments. One of the factors we are all privy to as Lagosians that lives in Lagos is that in Lagos you can't walk through the streets at any period of time in Lagos. That shows that there is no social security that is enough for us in Lagos. Lagos State is a city that is tagged mega city. We have a minimum of 10 million people that makes any city a mega city. Lagos State has close to 30 million. We are more than 20 million as of today. And as of today, if we have such a population that we have a commensurate system to manage us, then one of those things we agree with them is that their ranking may likely be very, very genuine. Because Lagos State is supposed to have a 24 hours delivery service where you can do business all day long without having to stop because of security issues. Yesterday, somebody was having his campaign, and there were people attacking them, shooting here and there. It shows that the security system is having issues. But let me quickly go ahead, we'll be deploying networks of new security outfits that is going to cover all the parts of all nooks and crannies of Lagos, such that at the end of the day, the issue of security will start from vigilance. Everybody will be alert. Everybody that are residents of Lagos will be alert to what is happening around them. Then we go to surveillance. Those guys that will be deploying will be majorly deployed for surveillance. Then we assist them with gadgets to make their work very easy. Then we now have the proactive part where the people with arms and ammunition, the police especially, will be included in our security plan, so that at the end of the day, those street urchins and criminally minded people will be rounded up before they even do whatever is going to affect us as Lagosians. And these are some of the things we are not doing enough. We have people being robbed, people being maimed in the glare eye of everybody, and nobody is doing anything. So these are some of the things we'll be doing under our stewardship. They will be doing, imagine, the issue of flood is a perennial thing that happens almost every now and then. That's part of the restoration of security of lives and property that we are looking at also.
Now, most of the time, politicians, they'll say this is what we are going to do.
Yes.
But the how
is
always the problem. Now, I pointed out a few things.
I think I've been talking about the how now.
No, I pointed out a few things. The issue of traffic.
Let me quickly go to that. I think if you want me to just
you talked about transportation, so
yes.
I want you to talk about that issue of transportation, because there are lots of people who are actually facing this. There was in fact a time when the Kaduna State Governor was quoted saying that most Lagosians are actually in hell.
Yes.
Because of staying in traffic for over 4 hours, you're already in hell. And if you look at people who stay on the Lekki corridor, from Shangote, Lakwe, and all of the Aja, all the way to Victoria Island and coming to the mainland, it's hellish.
Almost everywhere in Lagos.
So all of these things. So that's why I pointed out the issue of traffic situation.
Let me quickly go through that. We have understudied it. And
how do you plan on doing it?
That's what I'm going to say now. And that is why it was surprising for some of our team to see Lagos State banning a mode of transportation. You don't do such in a metropolitan city like Lagos, where you ban a particular mode of transportation because of security issues. You should address security. So we are going to.
So you're blaming the Lagos State government?
I am going banning. To. If I am the governor, I'm going to sit with the House of Assembly members to unban the Okada riders.
To bring back.
We're not talking
to
about
bring back.
We already have. Yes, we are going to bring them back, but in a more refined way, because in different sectors of the transportation system in Lagos has issues, and we are going to be having reforms for every part of. Like there was a time the BRT was used for clandestine activity. Somebody even died. Does that mean we are going to ban BRT? There are times when they use the commercial yellow buses for one chance stealing and the likes, robbing of people. Does that mean we are going to ban our commercial buses? Because some people are using the motorcycles for nefarious activities, does not mean we are going to put people into hellish condition like you said El-Rufai used it. We are going to be deployed, like today too, we have the ferry service not being effective enough. They are using fish canoe for transporting human being, and they make people to die. So, every now and then you just hear the canoe has capsized and like one family died at a particular time, 5 people died. You see, we made our own research and we saw that if all the mode of transportation are well looked into, there is not going to be problem. Like the issue of our canoe, we are going to stop that. We are going to bring in ferry. We went into Venice. We understood Venice is like Lagos. In Lagos State, we have 13 local governments. If we have considered the 20 local government structure of Lagos State, we have 13 local governments that are surrounded with water. If they are surrounded by water, just like what we saw in Venice. When we got to Venice in Italy, we saw that if you are to board road transportation mode, you might likely trek all the way to your location. What they are used to at that place is the use of ferries, standard ferries. And for the past 20 years, they have not had a singular casualty.
Now, where do you get the money from?
These things are there. You see, when you invest you commercialize it, and when people see that it is safe, they will rather use those modes of transportation rather than going through the long route of having to go through a long route getting to their destinations. There were times where ferry was working very well in Lagos. I had the opportunity of flying through our waterways, and it was shorter than using the normal road.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tọ́pẹ́ Abdulrazak Balogun.
That is one of the then ẹ jẹ́ kí n sọ̀rọ̀ lórí ọlọ́kadà.
Okay.
Because nǹkan tá à ń ṣe fáwọn èèyàn táwọn ìjọba wa ń ṣe fáwọn èèyàn, èmi àwa tapátá dìde làwa, we are not those people.
ọmọ olówó ni.
àwa tapátá dìde ni wa o, àwa dìde láti ilẹ̀ ni àti gbéra
dìde nìyẹn.
ibi tó bá ti wù yín kẹ́ sọ gbẹ̀dú lẹ́ni ìyá dúpẹ́ fọlọ́hún.
Alhamdulillah.
pé àwa náà wà nínú ẹni tí tó lè gbé nǹkan ṣe. so a rí gbogbo ẹ̀ a dẹ̀ rí pé tó pé táwọn èèyàn ò bá súnmọ́lẹ̀ wọ́n kọ̀ mófin wá wọ́n kọ̀ sí àmófin wá torí pé kò kàn mí wọn ò mọ impact ẹ̀. irú àwọn èèyàn kan wà sí tẹ́ bá wo ibi tí àwọn ọlọ́kadà ti ń jẹun. ẹ máa rí pé táwọn tó bá fẹ́ jẹun ó ti láwọn èèyàn tí wọ́n ń dáná fún wọn. tẹ́ pé at the end of the day àtọkọ àtìyàwó àtàwọn ọmọ lọ ń ṣiṣẹ́ ní rẹ́sítọ́rántì yẹn immediately tó bá ní àwọn ọlọ́kadà tí wọ́n ní nítorí àwọn èèyàn kan fi ṣe ìwà àbàjẹ́ tó ti ẹ̀ka mójútó wà àbàjẹ́ táwa bá ní àti ẹni tí ó ń fi tiẹ̀ ṣe nǹkan tó dáa táwa sọ gbogbo wọn dé god tí ò síṣẹ́ mi tí wọ́n fẹ́ ṣe. àwọn oní oúnjẹ náà automatically àwọn náà tún wọ demurrage. ó di pé àwọn ń dáná kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ wá jẹ oúnjẹ ń bàjẹ́ gbogbo àwọn náà tún adẹni tí ò níṣẹ́ ní ọ̀wọ́. We are supposed to be solving problems. We are not supposed to be creating problems. If we have problem, we solve the actual problem, not throwing the baby the water with the baby with the water bath. So these are some of the problems tí à ń rí ní àárín àwùjọ wa. Irú àwọn àti àwọn solve problem ọ̀kadà a máa lo technology ni a jẹ́ kí wọ́n fi ọ̀kadà máa ṣiṣẹ́ ládùúgbò kọ̀ọ̀kan tó máa register a dẹ̀ máa ní àdúgbò kọ̀ọ̀kan. I'm a computer scientist.
Okay.
And as an ICT person, we can monitor, we can actually deploy trackers on all modes of transportation, and we have situation rooms. Any ọ̀kadà tó bá ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ láàárọ̀ a máa rí lórí kínní.
But ẹ má bínú alàgbà Tọ́pẹ́ Abdulrazak Balogun tí wọ́n ń jáde dupò gómìnà nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Action Alliance AA nípínlẹ̀ Èkó. Gbogbo làákàyè tẹ kójọ yìí ẹ rò pé yẹ kẹ́ ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti bí alága ìjọba ìbílẹ̀ kíkẹ́ kọ́kọ́ lò síbẹ̀ yẹn kí wọ́n rí pé ẹni yìí láṣeyọrí kí wọ́n rí pé okay yes ó yẹ kó wá lọ ṣe gómìnà. ṣé ẹ rí pé ẹ má bínú ṣé ẹ rí pé ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó ó fẹ́ kan jàn ju pé kéèyàn kan wọnú òṣèlú kókò ní gómìnà lọ.
èmi ò kọ́ wọnú òṣèlú èmi ti ń ṣòṣèlú láti bí 24 years mi kọ́ wọnú òṣèlú. I have been part of the system for more than 2 decades and have opportunity of being tutored on sitting as a mentee to people like late Lateef Jakonde. I was part of his Jakonde progressive movement. nǹkan tí ò dún lọ́dún méjì la fi kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ lọ́dọ̀ irú àwọn àgbàlagbà bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn tá a jókòó aláǹfààní àti bá irú àwọn ẹni tó jẹ́ ndla chairman lónìí Buba General Buba Mawa aláǹfààní àti bá wọn ṣe tí à ń kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ lórí báwo lẹ ṣe ń ṣe tá à ń bi wọn ní questions, and they were able to tell us that governance means you have to be disciplined and you have to have the will power to do things and you have to consider the people first. Governance, in fact, ọ̀dọ̀ tí wọ́n là wá ti mọ̀ pé the hallmark of governance is bringing comfort to the society. It's not for riches. But lẹ́ni kí ló ń fi government ṣe wọ́n fi ń sọ àwọn èèyàn dolówó kò ń ṣe nǹkan tó ń fi government ṣe nìyẹn tí wọ́n bá máa dolówó á ṣiṣẹ́ á dolówó ṣùgbọ́n government ní pé kó provide gbogbo nǹkan tó ń pè ní basic amenities. Àwọn èèyàn fẹ́ rìn lórí ọ̀nà yẹn gbọ́dọ̀ da gbogbo ọ̀nà tó fẹ́ gbà wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ ní wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ láwọn health care facilities pé wọ́n sì kí o wọ́n gbọ́dọ̀ build the school. Àwọn school tó build ló ń bí agbèrò lẹ́yìn ló ń bí street urchins. Agbèrò àti solve problem lágbèrò lọ́dọ̀ yìí tiwa need because wọ́n máa face out ni wọ́n máa face out lẹ́nìí.
ẹ̀yin kọ́ lè lé wọn lè ra wọn fúnra
wọn ló máa face out. You see when they go to tobacco Nigeria white of just pé tó bá dé ibi tó ń lọ ní any outside of the country tó bá lọ sí abroad white of just pé they are not very brutal, they will just comport themselves, they will comply because the institutions are strong. When institutions are strong, people comply naturally. You don't have to enforce. I will enforce àwọn èèyàn fúnra wọn lọ́wọ́ máa ṣe the right thing because gbogbo àjọ wà nù ìlú yìí ni. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bá ti ń ṣe kí comfort wà fáwọn èèyàn. You see ẹ jẹ́ ká sọ̀rọ̀ school as a case study. We have schools in Lagos. Tá a bá ń sọ pé wọn ò ṣe nǹkan kan ìlú ìrìn àníkà àmọ́ nǹkan tá à ń sọ kò ń ṣe pé torí pé yóò fi ralẹ̀ kí àwọn máa fi nǹkan ralẹ̀ tá a bá ní ó yá ọmọ yìí lọ fa bọ́ ó wá ń débẹ̀ ó wá ń ṣe ọ̀dọ̀ pàlà ní àwọn ń ṣiṣẹ́ náà gẹ́gẹ́ bí òbí tá a dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé a ti fún lọ́ṣẹ́ tó yẹ kó fi fa bọ́ a ti fún ní kọ̀ọ̀kan tó yẹ kó fi fa bọ́ omi ti wà kò sí bí a ṣe ní sọ pé kí ló ń dẹ̀ dúró ò ṣe nǹkan kan láti nǹkan ní nǹkan tá a máa sọ nìyẹn tá a bá ń lo gbólóhùn pé wọn ò ṣe nǹkan kan ẹlòmíràn ní our just we know to whom much is given much is expected. We know what comes into Lagos all the millicages tẹ́ pé àpò àwọn èèyàn lówó èkó ń lọ instead kí ó máa lọ sáàárín àwọn aráàlú. Ẹ jẹ́ ká fi ọ̀rọ̀ àpẹẹrẹ lórí ọ̀rọ̀ school tí mo ń sọ kí a fi ṣe àpèjúwe bí àwọn people ló ń build ọmọ ọ̀tá. If you see the new breeds of touts street urchins thugs that are in this our communities in our state, you see that they are around 13, 14, 15 years. Àwọn young minds teenagers kí ló bí nígbà táwa dọ́dọ̀ àwọn Àgbàjákàndé he told us because a rí nǹkan kan tó ṣẹlẹ̀ ńjọ́ kan wá lọ bí bàbá pé àdébí program kan tẹ́ ẹ lọ táwa náà wà ń bẹ̀ ẹni tí ó jẹ́ big man tí gbogbo wa rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí big man bó ṣe rí ó dọ̀bálẹ̀ nígbà tí bàbá yẹn wá dọ̀bálẹ̀ big man yìí ti lè dọ̀bálẹ̀ fún bàbá yìí kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ẹni ẹ̀ wá ń sọ wípé nígbà tí àwọn wà kékeré ọmọ mẹ́rin ni bàbá àwọn bí first born àwọn nìkan ló ń lọ sí school until bàbá Jákàndé tán jẹ governor tó wá revolutionize the educational system pé àwọn àbúrò àwọn mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta ẹgbẹ́ àwọn tó yàn jábúrò táwọn jẹ́ mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta làwọn wọ school lọ́jọ́ kan náà pé káláwọn ò kàwé ni àwọn lè má ba àwọn nípò táwọn wà làwọn ṣe dọ̀bálẹ̀ kí wàá lu nǹkan tí wọ́n ń ṣe níjọ́ náà because when you talk about the problem of survival of the fittest tá à ń rí lé ní ẹgbẹ́ àwọn èèyàn moves in droves kúrò Nàìjíríà ọ̀rọ̀ comfort ni o kò kí n ṣọ̀rọ̀ remuneration o ẹni pé wọn gbowó gidi àìmọye tó ń gbowó gidi tó máa kó Nàìjíríà tó lọ máa ṣe afọlẹ̀ nílùú òyìnbó torí pé ó fẹ́ sàṣàlà tẹ́mi ó fẹ́ wọlé kó tan ac ẹ̀ kéèsì ẹ̀ tán kó máa ní kò sí ná ó fẹ́ ṣí táàpù omi wà ní gbogbo Èkó yìí sìn kẹ́hìn àwọn èèyàn tún máa lómi ká tún máa gbẹ́ bọ́ọ̀ ó wà nídìí bọ́ọ̀ lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kẹ́hìn máa gbẹ́ bọ́ọ̀.
ó fẹ́ sùn kó forí lóṣù ká.
that is it kí ẹ̀kọ́ ẹ̀ balẹ̀ kó sùn pẹ̀lú ojú méjèèjì.
ẹ jẹ́ ká ṣí ojú òpó sílẹ̀ ká gba ìpè.
ọ̀rọ̀ school tí mò ń sọ ẹ jẹ́ kí n round off lórí ẹ̀ torí àsìkò. wọ́n gba ọmọ 100 sínú kíláàsì kan tíṣà ò lè kọjú ọmọ 30-35 lọ tó máa mójú tó máa lè mójú tó wọn ọmọ 100 àbí more than 100 tẹ̀lé àárín sìn tó ń wọnú kíláàsì kan at the end of the day àwọn ọmọ kan wọn ò ní wulẹ̀ wá school wọn á di trans nígbà tó bá yá wọn máa kó àwọn jọ nu school tó bá yẹ pé àyè ò gbà wọn nu school wọn máa kó àwọn jọ níta school ọmọ tó wá ń kó àwọn jọ níta school tí òbí ò mọ̀ pé kò dé school tó bá ti di pé school parí wọn máa ju nǹkan mọ́ àwọn ẹlòmíì bí àwọn bàbá wọn ti jẹ́ babaláwo rí ni àbó súnmọ́ àwọn ẹnìkan tó mọ̀ nípa a ní mo ní kinní kan tí a lè fi máa gún ẹ lọ́bẹ̀ tọ́bẹ̀ òní wọlé a lè fi ẹyin yẹn níbọn wọn ò ní lọ school mọ́ wọ́n ti kúrò school kẹ́ tó mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n ti dọ́mọta wọ́n ti ń mugbó wọ́n ti ń ṣe oríṣiríṣi ìwà pàǹlẹ̀ and before you know what happens before you know what is happening the next thing is they will start forming gangs thugs and domadi gangsters by the time they become gangsters kí ló máa ń padà ṣẹlẹ̀ wọ́n máa di pé they have to survive by all means because they have to survive by all means wọ́n lọ́ máa ń di gbogbo àwọn kan tí àyíká kiri ẹni tó wá graduate níwèé Èkó ń sìn ó fẹ́ gbé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ó fẹ́ gbé nú Èkó o graduate wọ́n fún ẹ 35,000 wọ́n fún ẹ ní 40,000 how do you survive in a place like Lagos State at the end of the day ẹni tí ó jẹ́ nígbà táwọn wà kékeré bàtà rẹ̀ á dún kó tó bá kàwé ẹ̀ so bàtà tó ń dún kó kà ẹ̀ kò ju pé you be able to live like in an higher class but today ẹni tí ò jámọ́ nǹkan kan tó wà inconsequential sí economy Lagos State àwọn ló ń promote wọ́n tún máa flaunt kìíní ẹ̀ fún wa lórí social
so when
media.
when you talk about education you're talking about free education.
I'm talking about free and accessible education. It's not all about being free, it's all about being accessible. It's all about giving them the right type of education.
So what do you have planned for the teachers then?
We are going to what we are going to do is create more schools. We create more schools in communities. We buy property where there are no spaces, we demolish them and create schools because the thing is what's supposed to happen is for every sector of the economy the more the population the more the facilities that should serve those population. If you are a man, a bachelor, immediately you want to get married, then you have to plan in expanding. Then if you are getting more, we are getting more children, you'll be planning for bigger apartments. But now in Lagos, gbogbo nǹkan tó ti wà láti 1999 mélòó ni ọmọ aláwọn kọ́ school ẹ lọ bí a number of schools ẹ lọ bí a number of èyí ọmọ wo lọ bí we are giving birth to more children in Lagos. We are having more migration into Lagos, but we are not having commensurate development of facilities. Definitely there will be too much stress on those facilities, and they will not be enough. The survival of the fittest, and these are issues. Tabati create our own, we will automatically employ more teachers, and we pay them well, and they will be less stressed. And today it is affecting us even academically. Àwọn ọmọ yẹn tó bá ti ọmọ 100 tabanika repeat wọn talo ibo ni class táwọn yìí tó ń bọ̀ lẹ́yìn máa wá, just give them mass promotion.
Let my people go.
Yes, mass promotion leading into my examination malpractices.
Okay, hold on. This is the radio. Okay, let's just.
So I'm just we are planned.
Let's do it this way. Let's hear from Lagos. These are the people you are planning to convince.
Yes,
all right. So let's have a conversation with Lagosians so that they ask you questions and you react to them real quick. The numbers to call.
Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tọ́pẹ́ Abdulrazak Balogun tí wọ́n jáde dupò gómìnà nínú ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú Action Alliance nípínlẹ̀ Èkó AA àwọn ni à ń gbà lálejò ṣe kejì lórí ètò Oselu Today Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. Àwọn ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ tí ẹ fi pè wá wọlé láti béèrè ìbéèrè tí ò fa wàhálà tí ò fa jọ̀gbọ̀n. No attack. No
attack on personalities, okay? And don't come up with claims you cannot substantiate, all right? Let's just do a civil, and who's going to be our first caller?
0905-668-1053. Hello?
Hallelujah.
Bami Ejo, ta ló lóhùn láti bó sà?
Adébísí ọmọọba láti Bákọ̀kún Dẹ̀gbogbo.
Yes, àlejò wa ní Tọ́pẹ́ Abdulrazak Balogun.
Turn down the volume of your radio.
Ṣé ọ̀gbẹ́ni Alájà Ṣàṣàlógún ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìjọba?
Àbísà.
Mo dẹ̀ kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin tẹ wà ń bẹ̀rẹ̀ náà wàhálà ìdààmú yóò ní ìgbà sàkàn.
Àmísà.
Ẹ̀kú ẹ̀tọ́ ọ̀lù.
Ẹ bá wa yí volume rédíò yín lọlẹ̀ tàbí kẹ́ ẹ pa rédíò yẹn sà. Ó hàn.
Àwọn bàbá wa máa ń sọ pé olóòótọ́ òdúdú ṣìkàlù. Ẹ̀rí nígbà táwa wà ní sùn gẹ́gẹ́ bí wọ́n ti sọ tó di mọ́rí àwọn kan bẹ̀. Ní class àjù 40 lọ. Ṣé ń gbọ́ mi?
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni sà.
Ẹ bá wo school nowadays nísìn ọmọ mẹ́ta ló ń tí ó kù lórí síìtì kan. Ẹ bá máa kà wọ́n getting to 200, 150. Ṣó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀? Ẹ number 1. Number 2 question tí mo fẹ́ béèrè lọ́wọ́ yín. Kí ló dé sí ojú ọ̀nà tí ẹ bá ojú ọ̀nà kan wà ní gbogbo tó ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ àgbà tó yí ẹ fi gbó náà. Ìtọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ lẹ́yìn ẹ̀ wọ́n ti parí ẹ̀. Kí ló dé jẹ́ pé ojú ọ̀nà máa ṣe àṣetì tó jẹ́ pé ìyẹn gómìnà ọmọ tó máa fi campaign tó yẹ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. Thank you very much. Odo rẹ̀.
Actually ara àwọn nǹkan tí àwa ń sọ nípa àjẹbánu àwọn ìwà àjẹbánu tí wọ́n ń wù nìyẹn torí pé kí nínú àwọn research tí àwa ṣe gẹ́gẹ́ bí mo ṣe sọ síwájú tíìmù ni wá èmi ni mo ń ṣaṣojú tíìmù yẹn mo ṣe ń jáde fún gọ́vnà a dẹ̀ fẹ́ dé orí ipò ní May 29 kí ẹ bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní rí àyípadà tuntun nílùú Èkó ni torí pé kò sí ọ̀nà kankan tí wọ́n approve tí ò tí ì sí bọ́jẹ̀tì fún wọn kì í approve ọ̀nà láì ṣe pé bọ́jẹ̀tì ti wà fún.
Let's hear from another caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, sir.
Hello, good morning. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Ifá Mokiriyan.
Ẹ ra sà.
Orúkọ tèmi ni Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Ọmọ́táyà.
Okay.
Láti Ṣàgá.
Okay.
Mo kí alàgbà wa tó ń sọ̀rọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun gan sà.
Àtúntò lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ mo kàn fẹ́ fi fún ọ̀rọ̀ tí bọ̀dá mi yẹn ń sọ. Ṣé rí nítòótọ́ kan ìṣèlú ni ẹni tó wálẹ̀ kan tó lọ mo pè kó o ti lọ tán kó tó wọlé.
Okay.
Mo fẹ́ kí bọ̀dá mi yìí kí wọ́n gbìyànjú torí Ifá béèrè question kan pé wọ́n ṣe kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti local government. Báná ti ṣe gbogbo local government kan àwọn èèyàn ló máa tì wọ́n sókè sí láti jáde pé mo fẹ́ jẹ gọ́fúnà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ òṣèlú mi ò kò easy. Ọmọ ta ni yín ta ni fámìlì yín kí lẹ ti ṣe rí
báwo lẹ ṣe jẹ́ àwọn wo lẹ ti jọ ṣe pọ̀ rí nínú òṣèlú kẹ́ tó become a governor ẹ join àwọn tó wà ń bẹ ẹ má bínú ọ̀rọ̀ tí mo sọ yìí.
kò sí wàhálà a ṣàlàyé fún yín nígbà tá a fi join wọn gbogbo ẹ̀ náà la máa jẹ́ kẹ́ ẹ gbọ́ sọ.
ẹ jọ mú pẹ̀lú àwọn kan ẹ jọ ṣiṣẹ́ pẹ̀lú àwọn kan ẹ jẹ́ kan ọmọ tí ẹ bẹ̀ ń ṣe ẹ jẹ́ kan ọmọ kan tó wà lọ́pọlọ yín ẹ jọ ṣe pọ̀ àti bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ gómìnà nìkan ò ní dá sí ẹ bá dá ṣìṣe kan àwọn kọmíṣánná wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn local government chairman wà ń bẹ̀ àwọn kọmíṣánná náà máa pèsè oríṣiríṣi kọmíṣánná for education wà for transport wà for everything wà èyí náà dẹ̀ mọ̀ ṣé ń da gbogbo ẹ̀ lórí gómìnà lẹ́yìn náà bá débẹ̀ bó ṣe máa rí nìyẹn gbogbo ẹ̀ kọ́ lẹ́sẹ̀.
All right, thank you.
ẹ ṣeun gbọ́dọ̀
thank you very much. Appreciate you.
alákọ̀ọ́kọ́ ni pé èmi tí ẹ̀ ń wò yìí mo ti láǹfààní àti ṣe òṣèlú fún bíi 24 years mo gbọ́dọ̀ ti jẹ́ ọmọ olóṣèlú láti 1993 láti gbọ́njú bá òṣèlú nínú ilé títí wa nígbà ayé àwọn SDP NRC láti gbọ́njú láti bá wọn gbé pósítà lọ́n bá wọn lẹ́ stíkà so àti mọ̀ nǹkan tí à ń ṣe ti pẹ́ ló fà á jẹ́ sí pé a lọ kọ́ ẹ̀kọ́ òṣèlú lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ẹni tí wọ́n ṣe àṣeyọrí látẹ̀yìnwá tó wá jẹ́ sí pé value wọn la yìnbá bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe rí mi yìí mo ti jẹ́ state secretary fún gbogbo CPC Congress of Progressive Change party president Muhammadu Buhari tí wọ́n dálẹ̀ torí láyé lọ tó pẹ̀lú wọn níjọ́ náà lọ nígbà tí wọ́n tún wá kó wa pọ̀ tí a fi lọ fọ́ọ̀mù APC mo wà nínú àwọn interim state executive automatically látara party tí mo ti ń bọ̀ so àjọ ń ṣe ni so a mọ̀ pé lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ lónìí yìí o lè wà ní àwọn party tí ó tóbi jù méjì lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ kò rí nǹkan kan ṣe kò sí bó ṣe lè jẹ́ fine man tó ó máa fine wàhálà níyàn tó da gan torí pé a súnmọ́ wọn púpọ̀ ṣùgbọ́n àwọn nǹkan tí àwọn olóyìnbó máa ń pè ní landmines ó ti wà ńlẹ̀ tó yẹ pé ìyẹn lọ́ba fi step on to nígbà tá a rí èèyàn kan nínú àwọn olóṣèlú tí Ọlọ́run nìkan jẹ gómìnà wa tí ó kọjá ṣe bígbà tí wọ́n bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ní ṣe àwọn nǹkan kan tí wọ́n rí pé kò bá interest àwọn kan mu ọ̀sán kan òru kan a ti ń gbọ́ lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí ọjọ́ ẹ̀sán kan òru kan lọ́ọ́ tilẹ̀kùn pamọ́ wọn nítorí pé àwọn èèyàn tí à ń bá tò tá à ń bá pò yìí wọ́n fẹ́ dáadáa fún àwọn aráàlú ló fọ́ jẹ́ pé àwa lọ wò nínú àwọn 16 party tó kù nígbà tó di 2019 a lè máa bá báyìí lọ o nínú àwọn party tó kù 16 ẹ jẹ́ ká wò yìí tí ó bá níyàn wa dọ́gba nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ politics àbí election ẹni tó bá ti ní the highest number of valid vote cast òun ló máa win a dẹ̀ pull out a dẹ̀ wà ní gbogbo 20 local government 37 FCDs a dẹ̀ fọ́ọ̀mù a dẹ̀ lọ bá àwọn AA wọ́n fún wa ní party wọn láti lò we are rescue Lagos team from the scratch and we eventually emerged for different positions through Action Alliance. We have 40 House of Assembly on board with me. There is no local government in Lagos that do not have Action Alliance, and we are strategic about our movement. And by the grace of God, come May 11, we are going to win them hands down. I will be inaugurated by May 29.
So what you're saying in essence is no godfather, nobody bankrolling.
We are bankrolling ourselves. It's a mindset thing, that the mindset of you can do it. If you want to do anything meaningful in life, you have to sacrifice for it.
Okay, how to padà bẹ́ẹ̀ bá fẹ́ bó bá wù yín ẹ tún lè padà wá sórí ètò yìí ẹ̀rọ kí bí ẹ̀kejì àbí ẹ̀kẹlò tẹ̀ wá sórí ètò yìí ọ̀gbẹ́ni Tọ́pẹ́ Abdulrasaq Balógun tí wọ́n ń jáde dupò gómìnà lábẹ́ ẹgbẹ́ òṣèlú.
By the person that gathered the highest number of votes, and we are targeting 2 million votes, and you will be surprised by March 11 that these people
2 million be 20 million
2 million voters
2 million voters
for us to emerge as the winner of the election in Lagos State, and we are deliberate about it.
Okay,
so
right.
No going back.
ṣé ká máa retí àwọn ìpolówó
wa ń bọ̀ láìpẹ́ yìí ìyẹn ní last phase, because random voters ní ìpolówó máa mú kò kì í ṣe dedicated voters. We are presently working on our dedicated voters tí wọ́n lè fowó rà, tí wọ́n lè fi dèéka rice, tí wọ́n lè fi gbá 4 years ní ọwọ́ wọn.
Okay. All right, thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for coming to the studios of Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos. Lagos, keep your FM dial plugged. We have another big fish coming right up.
ẹ má ti gbé kú ńbẹ̀ o, Oselu Today ń tẹ̀ síwájú Fresh 105.3 FM Lagos níbi tí professionalism tó ti wà nurtured by experience. Fọlánà ọlá ọmọ bá ń gbé kínní òkè.
I pledge you Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal and honest. Kò sí bí kíbi tí mo rè tèmi ò ní fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ọmọ Naija máa ní mí. I pledge to Nigeria my country to be faithful, loyal and honest. Kò síbi kíbi tí mo rè tèmi ò ní fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ọmọ Naija máa ní mí. To defend our unity, uphold our honor and glory. Kò síbi kíbi tí mo rè tèmi ò ní fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ọmọ Naija máa ní mí. I pledge to Nigeria my country to be faithful, loyal and honest. Kò síbi kíbi tí mo rè tèmi ò ní fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ọmọ Naija máa ní mí.
Káì, ó gbọ́dọ̀ gbà àgbẹ̀dọ̀ má gbàṣọwọ́ kúdúrú kó o tó dìbò fólùdíje kankan. Ẹni bá gbarú ẹ̀ ti jẹ oúnjẹ ọmọ nú oyún ti ẹ̀ nù. Bẹ́ẹ̀ bọ́wọ́ òfin bá sì tẹ ọ́ orugi oyin ti ẹ̀ nù. Ìkéde yìí wá láti iléeṣẹ́ Fresh FM Nigeria.
Kò síbi kíbi tí mo rè tèmi ò ní fọwọ́ sọ̀yà ọmọ Naija máa ní mí. To defend our unity.